So, hey guys, Chauzu here. We finally got the full reveal of the first part of Global's anniversary. And yeah, it wasn't as much news as I expected. Like, we didn't get any news on the Blitz, nothing on World Cruise. But that should come pretty shortly. We also got some info on the bounty event, what events will give double bounty. And yeah, it's the normal events. The main omission here is Blitz, which is a bit weird, but I don't mind personally. Getting into the news, I've already talked about the level limit break, so check out that video if you haven't. I think I'll make another video on the ship so I can talk a bit more in depth about them. This is probably the best ship update we've had in some time. We have a campaign, but there's not that much going on. One important thing to note is that we'll be getting legend posters in the medal exchange, but sadly they are time limited, which makes me a bit sad. They are very expensive though, so most people should not buy them. We'll see what I do though. Maybe I'll buy something I have very little of, just so I'm more prepared for the future. We'll see. Grand Party. This has caused quite a stir around with people since we got some ridiculous buffs and debuffs like Driven. Insane buffs to defense and speed, while strength has insane attack up as if strength needs that. And dex and free spirit is heavily nerfed. I've seen some people say that maybe we can use free spirit anyway, and I'm like, no bro, don't do it. Speed is super important, like speed down level 15 will be felt. HP down level 5 not as severe, but speed down level 15 that really will suck hard and will be really noticeable. And not to mention dex with HP down level 15, that will also be really noticeable. So yeah, if you're one of those who always use the same team and one of them is dex, to charge up the burst or something, waste the enemy's burst, like you'll have to find something else than dex this time around. Maybe a bulky int driven team is my best suggestion for dex replacement. We'll see what I build. The thing is that tomorrow is going to be crazy because not only do Grand Party start, but PKA also start at the same day. That's insane. And you need to play both early if you don't want to waste resources like for PKA. You get 3 free runs per day, and you can also use 2 games a day. So I want to do at least 5 PKA runs before work, but I also want to do my 3 Grand Party battles, so I don't waste a day there either. So yeah, it's going to be really stressful. And we also have the Sugo dropping, we'll get to that in a bit. PK though, we're getting a new Kobe. Take a look at him. And Kobe is a cerebral fighter. Reduce CD just 3, like I hate stuff like that. Just make his CD lower in that case. Barrier Pen is very cool though. And he also has fear, so only 3. Very weird, but sure. Captain ability. Nothing special there. We'll see with the 5+ later. Maybe they make it better. Does he have a support? Nope. Special. Reduces all enemies attacked by 80% for 2 turns. This is a completely new mechanic. We've been able to receive attack down ourselves, but now we can apply it to the enemy. So that will be interesting to test. Not sure how useful it will actually be, but I guess it gives us another way to survive attacks. Reduces crew special charge time by 1 turn, reduces bind by 5 turns. 3 turn plus 1.1 chain boost. If you heal 20k HP before using the special, you buff the attack and orb boost by plus 0.25. That is used by fighter and cerebral after using this special. So yeah, I guess he's fine. 3 turn chain boost is the main thing I'd say. It's a shame that the attack and orb thingy are not 3 turns as well, since that will add a bit more value to the unit, but yeah, pretty niche, and the attack down thing you'll probably not see that much use, I'd say. Even if it's neat with new mechanics, it opens up for a new conditional in the future as well. An attack down conditional maybe, we'll see. Reduces the spear bomb on turn as a sailor, pretty interesting. There's this special reverse by 2 turns. No, that's good. Sailors as PKA units usually get, like they usually have like 4 sailors in 1 unit, but Kobe does only have 2. We'll see if they buff him a bit with the 5+. Other than that, they want you to use the new units, of course, but we have some Reset 1 booster like all of the New Year units. Finally, let's talk the Sugo a bit. It's better than I thought actually, 12.5% chance legend rate. The only news here though are the pools. Also we're getting a collection, and this made me sad to see because it will be the first collection in forever I can't finish, and it's all because of that Apu that continues to elude me. He refuses to be pulled, so I won't even have the first collection, let alone the second one. And getting the second collection here will be hard for most people since, yeah, we have literally 2 PvP legends, a Kisuna legend, a Treasure Map legend in Bonnie, some Super Sugos, so we have 2 Treasure Map legends actually with the Black Bear too, so yeah, this will be a rough collection to finish. And yeah, let's look at the pools. And they actually decided to put every anniversary legend on these parts, which is great news. What I thought they do is like they do with stuff like Super Sugos, where they try and just put a few on every part, and then they continue to add them on future parts for like Treasure Map and Kisuna. But I will probably do that, but also have everything here, so there might be more chances to pull these units in this month, which is perfect. It's how they should do it in Super Sugos as well. In part 1, we don't just have Blackbeard and Burgess available. We also have the Annie Luffy, Annie Odentoki, Annie Ace, Annie Scabbard, and Annie Wives. And the main thing people will see here is, of course, the V2 Red Luffy, who is incredible, probably one of the strongest legends in the game. And yeah, I will be pulling part 1 due to him as well. We'll see how many I do. I'll start with 10, I think, and I'll take it from there. Part 1 is also 30 legends. It's not going to be one of those every legend available thing, which is probably for the best. This part also has Katakuri Oven and Kanjuro available. I will say though that despite being a lot of legends, like I've never seen them put so many older legends on these things. Like usually the top 2 rows have pretty recent units, but in this Sugo, like after King, it gets pretty old pretty fast and not that much value. But at the same time, if you're one of those who haven't got a lot of level limit breaks, like being able to pull dupes of a lot of older legends will be a good thing. Just not mainly a good thing for me, who has like every old legend already finished with level limit break. But yeah, I don't mind, I'm just happy that they put a lot of Anni legends on these parts. And if you do further multis on part 1, final multi will let you get Blackbeard or Luffy or Oden Toki or Ace. So that's not the worst, but of course it sucks if you do further multis and don't get Blackbeard or Burgess, which is the risk that always exists in part 1. Part 2, we have Blackbeard, we have Shanks, and we have Kid Luffy and Uta and Momo. So that's 5 really strong units, and it's good to pull dupes of them if you don't have them rainbow. So I can see myself doing 30 multis on part 2 personally. Get as many Blackbeard as possible. I don't have Shanks, and Shanks also has a Super Tandem, pretty sure. Indeed he does. It's not the best, it's very similar to Ace, but getting started on the rainbow is nice. And Luffy also has an okay final tap, so yeah, this is not a Sugo. I mind getting some dupes and Blackbeard, like who knows if I get him on part 1. The only part I want to avoid is part 3. Like, I don't have Kobe, but I'm hoping I can get him on future parts. Anisabo, I don't have him rainbow, but I don't feel like he's that great anyway. And Anisora is pretty outdated now with Zoro Sanji existing. And sure, I don't have stuff like Hisaru Fuji rainbow, but not a super high priority. So I'd like to skip part 3 if possible, but it depends on if I can get Burgess on part 1, which is of course far from guaranteed. And yeah, I'm not going to give any suggestions on how to pull. It depends on how many games you have, what legends you own, what your plans for the big anniversary in May is. So yeah, I leave that up to your own discretion. I will say that both part 1 and part 2 mainly have some value. So if you think about pulling a bit there, it's not the worst. But remember that in part 1, there is no guarantees at all. On part 2, at least you are guaranteed to get the Blackbeard if you decide to go to 30. And it is realistic to get screwed over, so it's good to keep in mind. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.